Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. An aircraft carrier is a small city at sea that acts as a base for launching and recovering aircraft and provides accommodations for the entire crew. It might be considered a movable U.S. territory with extraordinary military might to support the force's mission. Whether on land or in the ocean, life must go on. This is especially true for crew members on aircraft carriers that have spent nearly their entire operational lives at sea. On this aircraft, more than 5,000 sailors are required to live and work together for several months. The carrier is a huge entity that requires extreme care to be taken in organizing it because it is more than just a combat-enabled platform. In addition to being provided with weapons, it must also be furnished with enough food. Before leaving the port, the ship is loaded with a substantial amount of food and other supplies. The availability and quantity of food may impact the crew's effectiveness on the ship, which is why this operation is just as crucial as arming the aircraft carrier. Most of the time, they restock while at sea using a technique known as underway replenishment. A supply ship stocks supplies such as fuel, food, ammunition, and mail from a friendly port to catch up to the fleet and sail alongside the carrier at the same speed. From there, the supply can be moved from the supply ship to the carrier. Given that each crew member consumes 3 square meals a day, the amount of food that must be produced on the aircraft daily can reach up to 17,000 meals, making it a laborious and expensive task.
There you go. Need some turkey and gravy. Turkey and gravy. Maybe, is what you're using? You want some potatoes too?
Unsurprisingly, an aircraft carrier galley that is bustling with activity resembles a large restaurant kitchen because satisfying meals are crucial to keeping crew morale high throughout the deployment. Culinary experts wearing uniforms and hats handle the cooking and ensure the crew is nourished. Despite not being on the battlefield, these cooks play a vital role in the crew's overall performance. The chefs follow a menu cycle that lasts for a predetermined number of days, often 15 days on average. They plan their strategy around efficient time management, and they rise early enough each morning to guarantee that breakfast is served at roughly 6 a.m. Each cook has a certain task to complete, and they all complete it to serve the crew members delicious meals on time. The crew, chiefs, and officers receive their meals from various sides of the aircraft's galley. It should come as no surprise that all of this adds up to a staggering average daily feeding expense of between $45,000 and $65,000. Although they come from several lines, each person receives the same kind and quantity of food. The sailors spend quality time together and commemorate significant events in the most compelling ways, despite being away from home and living at sea. Every crew member on board will celebrate a crew member's birthday by treating them to a special meal during that month.
Close right there.
On an aircraft carrier, the crew members also have lavish Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's celebrations.
Come on, guys.
Together, they enjoy activities like watching football, eating pies, going to banquets, and kicking field goals. Even though they might miss the holidays at home, they are undoubtedly establishing a home for themselves while they live away from home. Cooking in a submarine is no different, but it is definitely more difficult. Cooking in a 15-foot tiny galley can be challenging, and it becomes considerably more daunting when the cooks are required to cook without any equipment, utilizing an open fire. Two to four cooks work in the galley to make daily meals for around 100 sailors. For certain patrols, which could last for weeks or months, submarines can carry up to 160 pounds of food per man. The culinary experts on the submarines are frequently renowned for their gorgeous, flawless fusion of rare perfection and food for people inside the waterproof vessels. Submarines serve as an intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, or ISR platform, because of their ability to operate covertly and their capacity to endure prolonged submersion. Operating a submarine requires a combination of several procedures and components, each with a specific purpose. The control and attack are located in the main room, which has periscopes.
We're channel passing 331 to the left and negative 1 course. Concur with 321.
The controls that maintain the submarine balanced at depth are in this compartment, including video and night vision cameras. Behind the residential quarters is a reactor, followed by an engineering area and additional ballast. Vertical launching systems, or VLS, missile tubes are located behind the ballast tank, which, when opened, causes the submarine to sink. The living area, where canned food can be stored everywhere in this area, is behind the VLS tubes. The submarine is an enclosed vessel that is slightly over 337 feet long. The reactors and propulsion systems occupy 1/3 of this space, leaving the sailors with a minuscule amount of living and working space. In the crew's mess, or the cafeteria on the submarine, a sailor can find a quiet area to read a book. The submarine is prepared for many purposes, and every square inch has been preserved for a particular reason. The torpedo room can occasionally serve as a bunk room, in addition to being an exercise room. After waking up from the cramped bunks, watching movies and playing video games on your phone is a terrific way to unwind. However, the submariners have established a lengthy number of unspoken guidelines to assist in maintaining order, particularly during extended periods underground. This clandestine war machine is designed to do its whole mission fully underwater, although there are ways for it to get resupply at sea via airdrops, employing drones for small payloads and planes, often the C-17 for bigger payloads. Airdropping involves using an airplane to transport supplies of food, equipment, weapons, and information. The United States Air Force's C-17 cargo plane can fly enormous payloads across continents with or without stopping to refuel in midair. Its capabilities include quick, direct force delivery by airdrop or landing in challenging tactical environments. Large, complex equipment can be loaded thanks to its load-bearing rear ramp and skilled crew and ground handlers. Military vehicles and palletized goods can be loaded aboard the C-17 through a sizable rear door, and it has the capacity to airdrop 60,000 pounds in a single drop, or 10,000 pounds over the course of several drops. Waterproof and floatable features are built into the airdrop packaging. The cargo is tied to several parachutes to guarantee that the supplies enter the water softly to prevent impact damage.
All at 2/3, rifle rudder.
The moving aircraft literally throws out the cargo and is collected by the submarine. This process is quite essential since submarines do not have a huge deck compared to conventional ships. Ultimately, taking care of all the sailors on board requires a significant amount of organization. The U.S. Navy has undoubtedly discovered some brilliant techniques to guarantee the welfare of its crew members, including organizing, supplying, and even cooking on board. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.